of success historically. 3.30 earned run average, 21-8 at home here at the Trop. This season 2-2 with a 3.74. The 33 2/3 innings gets you into the 7th inning just about every time out, and that's a much-needed thing today with the way the game went yesterday.
And here's Ellsbury stepping in. First pitch of this game from James Shields is a fastball strike on the inside corner. We're underway. Marty Foster calls the balls and strikes, a 10-year veteran. Two.
It's a nice looking changeup right there, right out of the chute. Second pitch.
Shields 3.74 ERA, 2-2. Ahead of Ellsbury, 0-2, and a ground ball hits the bag, and what a play by Pena. He goes to Shields. That ball hit the bag and came up. Pena made the backhanded adjustment with that Gold Glove mitt down there and throws him out.
Boy, you have good hands. Take a look at this right here. Change up, hits the bag. He still stays with it. Able to backhand it against his hip and fire over to Shields covering.
And that's why he won the Gold Glove last year. An excellent play to start this and keep Ellsbury not only off base, but probably off second base.
Yeah, and maybe third.
Yeah.
He's got 13 stolen bases. That leads Major League Baseball.
Here's Pedroia. Pitch is too low. Pedroia hitting .309. He had a good night last night. He was on base 5 times with 3 walks, a single, and a double. 2-0 the count. A little bit wide, 3-0. Shields, as we all were the other night, very impressed with the job that Matt Garza turned in. And you know how that can be, Kevin, having managed, having caught. You get a starting pitcher or two who throws a gem like that, and he suddenly elevates all the other starting pitchers.
Well, it's friendly competition. You want to, you guys feed off of each other, those starters. I mean, they're one group to themselves.
Liner into right. Pedroia takes it the other way. Has himself a base hit.
Take a look at the Rays defense today. Carl Crawford back out there in left field. Gabe Kapler in center. Ben Zobrist gets a start in right field. Evan Longoria, Jason Bartlett, Aki, and Carlos Pena around the infield. Michelle Hernandez a start behind the plate. Graphic is wrong. It's B.J. Upton. Yeah, I thought I saw B.J. go out there. He was standing out there in the anthem. Okay, there he is. That's B.J.
Yeah, that's good to know.
Yeah, uh-oh, what happened?
Here's David Ortiz against the shift. Pitch inside. Well, Shields' lifetime against the Red Sox, 2-5, and when you go up and down this lineup, it's an interesting breakout of success and lack of success against him. He got Ellsbury to start this one, and that leaves him 1 for 14 against Shields. But then Pedroia follows with a base hit. That base hit gives him 7 of 13 against Shields.
And Pedroia this series, I mean, he's going to right field a lot now. He's getting some breaking balls and some fastballs away, and he's not trying to pull it. And that's why he's got his average up over 300 now.
There's a strike, 2-1.
Good location on that fastball, 91.
Pedroia takes his lead, and a broken bat. The ball is foul down beyond the bullpen, and the barrel end of the bat is foul as well, just back of first base. Well, those things are continue. Not only are they continue to be dangerous.
Yeah, it's something Major League Baseball really has to get stronger on. And I know if they're maple now, they have to be two-toned and all that. But look at that. I mean, he hit a little bit off the end, but it shouldn't shatter like that.
So a new bat for Ortiz. Two and two the count. Ooh, he just missed. That runs the count all the way out.
It's a good count for his changeup if he's got the feel for it. He did early. A couple pitches to Ellsbury.
3-2. And a foul the other way. He came in there with it.
That's when you know you got the good feel for it, is when you're not afraid to throw it 3-2 in this situation of David Ortiz.
He'll try it again. 3-2. Let's see what he comes in with this time. And a fastball away, and he just missed. Well, a couple pretty close pitches. A single and a walk, and the Red Sox have been at first and second with only one out.
I mean, that had two-seam action right there. Michel Hernandez frames it as well as he can, but it was a touch outside. Marty Foster did have a little flinch, but he got the call right, just a little bit outside. Good tailing action, though.
Now here's Kevin Youkilis, hitting .406 to lead the majors. And there's a strike. Youkilis so animated up there and so aggressive. He's 2 for 20 against Shields, and in a way that makes sense with Shields featuring a couple versions of a changeup.
Well, that's the great equalizer. That's what I really like about James Shields. I mean, he's got the whole arsenal of pitches, anywhere from 88 to 92, 93 with his variety of fastballs, but that changeup is the great equalizer. I mean, he throws it with the same arm speed, and yet it's about 10 miles an hour slower.
Two men on with one out.
That's amazing right there, the 2 for 20 off the field.
The 1-1 pitch. He pops it up foul. That's going to carry out a play. 1-2. I mean, there are some strong averages against Shields, and then some very anemic averages against him as well in this lineup. The 1-2. And a soft liner that's going to be foul up the right side. Holds the count at a ball and 2 strikes.
Another good changeup right there on Kevin Youkilis. Thought he cracked his bat. Got off the end of the bat a little bit.
Shields trying to get through this first inning. Pedroia single to right. Ortiz walked after Ellsbury had been retired. 1-2 again, and a foul ball one more time. Look out, fellas. Directly in the direction of the photographers over there, just to the right of the screen. I think it hit that camera. That was close.
Well, that good changeup's going to make his fastball look even harder.
The ground ball, that's 2 into left. Pedroia is going to stop at third, and the bases are loaded. So Youkilis hit the ground ball in between short and third.
Well, when you're hot, you're hot. He's just so locked in. Fought off a couple of good changeups, and he got one, and he squared it up and hit it solid right through the hole. Not a bad pitch by Shields.
So they're loaded for J.D. Drew. Drew hits a little number. That's a foul ball. A little reverse roll to that one, and it went foul. That had trouble had it been fair.
Yeah, I think they had base hit on it if it was fair. Evan busting his tail to make sure he got that thing when it went foul. It didn't come back. And that was a changeup. He's got a good feel for it. He's got confidence in his changeup today. He's throwing some good ones.
One strike to count to Drew. And he threw him a breaking ball there for strike 2.
This season 0 for 4, bases loaded.
Shields ahead 0-2. And a line drive just off the mitt of Pena. Pedroia's going to score. The bases remain loaded as Zobrist comes up with the ball. Drew singles in a run just off Pena's mitt. And Boston takes a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, not a good 0-2 pitch right there. He got it up. And J.D. Drew just scored it up. I mean, Pena made a great effort, almost speared it. Would have been an incredible catch if he could have. Euclid ducks. Pena just missed it off the tip of his glove.
Here's Jason Bay. Fastball, and that missed. 1 ball, no strikes. One and one. So 4 consecutive runners have reached. The Red Sox have a run, and the base is loaded. Breaking ball, he missed that one.
Good breaking ball there. That's the one he wanted on J.D. Drew. That put away pitch right there. Bottom fell out of that one.
1-2 delivery. And he went. He's out on strikes. He doubled up on him, came back with a breaker and got him.
Take a look. This one even better than the last one. Put away curveball right there. He did go.
Two gone, and here's Mike Lowell, the third baseman. Pitch inside. This has been an extended first inning for Shields. This next pitch to Lowell will be the 30th. And a pop fly short left. Crawford coming in is there to make the catch, and that retires the side. Boston settles for 1. They leave him loaded. Bottom of the first coming. Rays coming in to hit. today with this lineup. B.J. Upton leads it off in center with Carl Crawford and Evan Longoria following. Carlos Pena, Pat Burrell, and Ben Zobrist down the middle. It'll be Akinori Iwamura in second, ahead of Jason Bartlett and Michel Hernandez.
Brad Penny signing in the offseason with the Boston Red Sox. Previously with the Los Angeles Dodgers. In 4 starts, he's got a 2-0 record, but look at that earned run average, 8.66. He's only gotten into 17 innings plus, 11 walks, and only 6 strikeouts. And the opponent's batting average against 320. So he's had a couple of real rough starts that have driven up the ERA and a couple that have been okay, and that's why he's got the 2-0 record.
And a lot of shoulder problems last year with Los Angeles. BJ goes after the first pitch, hits it on the ground to short. Lugo throws him out. 1 away.
Red Sox defensively, Jason Bay in left field, Jacoby Ellsbury in center, J.D. Drew in right, Mike Lowell at third, Lugo. Julio back out there at shortstop today, Dustin Pedroia and Kevin Youkilis on the right side, Jason Varitek behind the plate, and Brad Penny, who just threw an 87-mile-an-hour fastball. He doesn't have that power fastball that he used to have a couple years ago consistently.
Carl Crawford, the pitch is a strike. Yeah, there for a couple years in Los Angeles. He won 16 games in back-to-back seasons in 06 and 07.
Well, he would pitch at about 95 with that fastball. Now at point he's about 90, 91. He'll get it up there once in a while, but what the Dodgers asked him to do the last year and a half was minimize the pitch count and get some first pitch outs like he just did and throw more 2-seamers.
2-1 to Crawford.
You strike everybody out or try to, your pitch count elevates, and he'd get into the 5th inning in L.A. and he'd have 100 pitches already. They had to use their bullpen frequently in the 6th inning.
And Crawford is ahead of him. 3 balls, 1 strike. Not a lot of at-bats for the Rays in this lineup against Penny. Crawford draws the walk. So the Rays have that base runner at first with 1 out. Evan Longoria coming to the plate.
The other pitches that Brad will throw, he's got an overhand curveball and he throws a split. And you can run on him, and the Rays will.
Longoria. Carl's going on the first pitch. That's a strike, and the throw is into center field. He's up and on his way to third, and the Rays now have a man at third base with 1 out. The steal for Crawford is 12th of the year. He's 12 of 12. Varitek will be charged with a throwing error.
Yeah, Varitek right here kind of pushes the ball, try to get rid of it so quickly. I mean, he barely had a stride there, and he bounces the ball as it sailed on him away from Lugo into center field for the error.
Longoria is hit by the pitch. The Rays will have men at first and third now. The second man Penny's hit this year.
Well, I don't think there's any doubt you're going to try to pitch Evan inside, change his eyesight a little bit. I'm not saying that necessarily you're trying to hit him in the first inning, but 15 RBIs in 6 games against the Red Sox. It doesn't surprise me that they conveniently missed inside and set up. They hit him on the shoulder. That would be noted.
Yep, there's a notebook for things like that. In a special section. Here's Carlos Pena now, and there has been a history of that between these two teams.
Yes, there has. And even if you're new to the organization, you get caught up in that.
Carlos, 11 homers, 27 runs batted in. Pitch is high. Pena, 1 of 3 lifetime against Brad Penny. Two balls and no strikes. Carlos has gone deep twice in this series. Friday night and off Wakefield. He connected in the 4th inning last night.
Well, he's got 11 of them.
Ground ball, foul outside of first. 2 balls and a strike.
That was the split that Brad Penny will use to try to get the ground ball. And had some success with that when he was healthy last year. But you mentioned he was hurt. He was out almost 2 months. The middle of June to August. 2 months with right shoulder tendonitis. And when he did come back, I mean, he didn't even make the postseason playoff roster because he didn't want to get out of the bullpen. And there was some differences of opinion between the coaching staff and Brad Penny. There was a lot of issues going on there in L.A. at the end because they had an option on him and they elected not to pick it up.
There's a drive deep back into right field, and it's going to one-hop the wall. Here comes Crawford in. Longoria will go to third. It's a double by Pena, and this game is tied. Carlos Pena hit a screaming line drive into right field. That's his 4th double and his 28th run batted in.
Well, that's a problem hitting Evan Longoria because you got a guy behind him that's just as hot, especially for power. He squared that up nicely. The load on the back leg right there, weights well, great finish. A little bit of top spin on that, just couldn't quite get it out of the ballpark. But you take that, double off the wall, get you right back even, 1-1.
Now Pat Burrell in the batter's box with men at 2nd and 3rd. He takes a strike down around the knees. Breaking ball.
Whereas Pat Burrell's seen plenty of Brad Penny the last 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, he's the one guy in this lineup. He's had 42 at bats against him. 1-1. He stays with the curveball. Pat hitting .238 with 3 home runs against Brad Penny.
And a lot of those strikeouts that you see, those 12 and 42 at bats, that's when Brad was throwing 2 years ago 95, 96 miles an hour, sometimes 97.
And a foul ball. He had a fastball there. Fouled it straight back, 1-2. Crawford has scored. Longoria, who was hit by a pitch, is at 3rd. At 2nd base, Carlos Pena. He has just doubled. Burrow trying to put the Rays on top. And strike 3 called, a fastball. A little something extra on the fastball from Penny there. That might have been his best fastball yet.
Yeah, that was reminiscent of the way Brad used to throw. That was 94 right there, put away. At the knees on the outside corner. That's the other part of it. That was paint right there.
So that's a big strikeout for Brad Penny. And here's Ben Zobrist. Throw him a first pitch fastball. He might be ready for it.
Yeah, he likes that.
And he takes it for a strike. That was a fastball. Zobrist hitting .280 with 4 home runs. Fly ball foul toward the line. Bay after it, but will not catch up to it. The count is 0-2. Today's game simulcast in Spanish. You can access this audio feature by selecting the built-in SAP option on your television. There you'll hear Ricardo Tavares on the right, and in the middle there's Enrique Olyu. Two strikes the count to Zobrist. Fouls a fastball. Going fastball, breaking ball, fastball to him. Boston with a run in the top of the first. The Rays back with a run here in the bottom of the first. Strike call, a fastball. Delpini uses the fastball to get Burrow looking and Zobrist looking. Rays settle for a run. We're tied. The all-inclusive Whitney Bank Club offering extraordinary seating and luxurious lounge and dining areas on the Whitney Bank Club. Features the upscale full menu buffet and inclusive drink options. Call 888-FAN-RAYS or go to RaysBaseball.com for more information. Well, Todd's going to have an interesting afternoon judging all of these signs. A lot of creativity on display here at the ballpark.
One from last year, 9 equals 8. Why not?
And Jason Varitek will open the second. Varitek, Lugo, and Ellsbury. Shields made 30 pitches in the first inning. He'd like to settle in with a quick inning here in the second. Strike one to Varitek. Veteran catcher.
Nice little fading action on that changeup. And back over the inside. That's a good look at the grip right there, the changeup. He's shaking to get to it. Once Michelle Hernandez, he wants to back it up, and he'll throw it 2 or 3 times in a row, many times. kind of lose the feel of it when you have to go through the signs again like that. You know, he had the feel of it, and he wanted to back it up, and Michelle Hernandez didn't get to the pitch quick enough.
Well, he got him. He got it that time. Change up to strike out Veritek. Second strikeout of the game. Out number 1 in the second.
Yeah, 3 in a row. Good shot of the grip. You could see that tailing action right there at the knees, and the bottom falls out and it fades away. But James likes to work fast, and you got to be in sync. The more Hernandez catches him, and get used to that. Hey, he likes to double it up and triple it up.
Lugo takes a fastball that picks up the outside corner. Lugo backing away and asking Marty Foster if he was sure. Foster would assure him that he was.
Thanks for your help.
It's inside, and it's 1-1. Two balls and a strike. It in the left center field. Upton is there waiting. Shallow left center. 2 gone. 2 up, 2 down. So far, so good. Kobe Ellsbury will bat.
Ellsbury's one of those guys like Juan Pierre was a few years ago, especially with the Marlins, where I think as a shortstop and second baseman, he hits so many little choppers that I think you almost have to play in a little bit more, 3 or 4 steps. I mean, he's that quick getting out of the box. The setup right there with Bartlett and Iwamura. It's a lot of those choppers, you know, by the mound, up the middle. Kind of cheat on them sometimes.
Strokes a liner into center. One hops it out to Upton. So the Red Sox, who had 3 hits in the first inning, have a 2-out single in the second. And that'll be Dustin Pedroia. Pedroia scored the run in the first. He got ahead 3-1 and singled into right. Pitch is high. 1 ball, no strikes. So Pedroia, who was on base 3 times in game 2, was on base 5 times last night and is on base his first time up today. We wondered at the time last night, he was running all over the place, if he might at some point get tired, but that's just not in the cards for him.
No.
He's singled and scored already today.
Yeah, and his batting average is up to 316. And I'm looking at Ben Zobrist. He is really shallow in right field.
There goes the runner. The pitch is a strike, and the throw in time. Ellsbury cut down trying to steal. It's caught for the 3rd time as Michelle Hernandez cuts him down to retire the side. No One little guy's looking for a replica ring.
Why not? A good sign right there.
Hockey, who put the tag on Ellsbury to end the top half of the inning, will lead it off. It'll be Eva Mora, Bartlett, and then Michelle Hernandez. Brad Penny got a couple strikeouts to get out of a spot in the first and limit the Rays to just their 1 run. Stocky is outside. A ball and no strikes. 20 pitches in the first inning. And as you alluded to, Kevin, the Rays would have a chance to run up the pitch count on Penny. 2-0. So we'll see how that works out.
Yeah, Brad's only averaged about 4 1/3 innings in each of his starts so far this year.
2-1.
Those 2 pitches to end the first inning on Burrell and Zobrist were just paint. I mean, he humped up. He's 94 on Burrell and 93 miles an hour on Ben Zobrist, but he's pitching at about 90, 91.
2-2. Fouls it back. Penny's out of Oklahoma, out of Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. As a youngster, got a chance to spend some time around Warren Spahn.
That's pretty special too.
I tell you, you're smart to spend as much time around the greats as you can get. Hockey is out on strikes. I saw a quote where Penny said the thing he really brought away from his time with Warren Spahn was to get out there and act like you mean it.
Yeah, no, Warren, I had a chance to work with Warren one spring in Vero Beach. He was at a Hall of Fame camp, and boy, I was on his team as an instructor. What a great guy. A lot of fun and funny. Good guy to learn from.
Breaking ball to Bartlett to start him. Strike 1.
Penny's getting a nice little lather going now. He's humping some balls up there, 93. 394 with the fastball.
1-1.
I mean, that's a good sign for the Red Sox because he can pitch more at 93, 94. That's more like what Brad Penny's used to pitching like. Rick Honeycutt's, listen, he's not a finesse guy. He's always pitched with power. He's got to learn how to pitch with finesse.
Ball, 2 strikes. Penny originally with the Arizona Diamondbacks organization and was dealt as a minor league pitcher to Florida. Got to the Marlins in 2000, to the Dodgers in 04, and now the Red Sox. Bartlett fouls this one the other way, out of play.
Well, he was the Dodgers ace. I mean, he was a 2-time All-Star. He started the All-Star game a few years ago. One year. And the next year, the year it was in San Francisco, he made the All-Star team as a starter as well.
Yeah, he was their opening day pitcher last year.
Absolutely.
Right? Yeah.
He was number 1. Derek Lowe was number 2.
2-2 with a breaking ball. And you mentioned some of the disagreements that maybe a couple members of the coaching staff had with him, and I thought Joe Torre's retort to all of that was pretty good.
Yeah, he didn't want to get involved in it. He says, I'll talk about it in my next book. I don't think it's any secret. Larry Bowa pretty much called Penny out for not being there in meetings, being late, things like that. Brad Penny had said that he had a good rapport with Joe Torre, but there are a couple of coaches that they didn't see eye to eye. And you know Larry Bowa, he's not afraid to call anybody out.
Yeah, he'll let you know. 3-2, and it's lined back into center, but Ellsbury's there to make the catch. 2 up, 2 down in the second inning.
Well, that was a bullet.
Torrey might be starting another book. Who knows?
Probably is. The other one went so well, you know.
Good idea always to keep a journal.
See what Jim Bouton started back in the 60s? You had some time with him, didn't you? Was he in Houston there?
Yeah, I'm old, but not that old.
Me too.
It's Michelle Hernandez. But I did run across my copy of that. There's a foul ball back just below us. Strike one. And I did run across of that copy. That was such a hot book when it came out in more ways than one.
It was shocking,
yes,
wasn't it, in those days?
Hot. The reaction was hot. The sales were hot.
A tell-all. Kept a diary of his times with the Yankees.
A 1-strike count. And a liner into right. Drew, though, is there to make the catch. And it's a 1-2-3 second. We're headed into the third. This game is tied 1-1.
We're going to get a little New England lobster roll. This is, thank you very much. This is Maine lobster, guys, and it's got the claw and the tail in there. It's got just a little bit of mayo. It looks very appetizing. We're going to check this out in just a second. Some other new items out here in Right Field Street include Checkers. Checkers has been here for a while, but now they have 5 different flavors of wings over at the Checkers. Always popular stand there. And then Gordon Biersch as well. Guys, not only did they have a very good adult beverage there at Gordon Biersch, but the garlic fries, I hear, are some of the best in the concession stands anywhere. So those are some of the new things you can find in Right Field Street here at Tropicana Field. Back to you, Dwayne.
Kyle's making us not only hungry, but thirsty.
You're not kidding.
Ground ball by Pedroia. Longoria throws him out. Third inning is underway. Pedroia had been at the plate when Ellsbury was thrown out trying to steal in the top of the second. And so Pedroia is out 5-3 to start the third.
Yeah, nice one pitch out for James Shields because he came into this inning with 42 pitches already. Nice to have a nice 7 or 8 pitch inning if you can.
David Ortiz. Pitch is a strike. Shields walked him in the first inning. Ground ball. Bartlett from the second base position, throws him out. So Ortiz thrown out short to first on the shift. So technically a 6-3 play in the scorebook. See it the ball toward the normal second base position. Now Kevin Youkilis. Youkilis picked up a base hit in the first, so he's hitting .410. Takes a pitch outside. A ball to no strikes. One and one.
It was a year. Remember when John Olerud was hitting about 400 for about 4 months with the Blue Jays?
Yep.
Early 90s. He ended up hitting close to 370, but it wasn't a hole that guy couldn't find. He went the other way, squared up, and John didn't run very well.
Yeah, exactly. There weren't many leg hits in that.
No. It's early to be talking about a guy hitting 400, but boy.
Fly ball lifted into left. Crawford to go back onto the track and make the catch. Couple steps from the wall, and that retires the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Red Sox. Rays coming in to hit tie. % on car insurance. Visit us at geico.com or call 1-800-947-AUTO. All of that awaits Todd Callis to address, who actually has put together the most creative poster. The keen eye of Todd Callis.
I don't know if he ate that lobster sandwich. That looked pretty good.
That keeps Todd occupied looking for all those posters and makes him hungry, no doubt. First pitch, Upton takes a fastball for a strike. BJ grounded out to the shortstop his first time. 1-1 tie. We're in the third. Crawford next, and then Longoria. Back. Ball, 2 strikes. Well, Upton 0 for 1 today. He walked and scored a run in the game last night. It was 0 for 4. Right now hitting 171. Despite all that, his on-base percentage is higher than Jacoby Ellsbury coming into this game.
That's amazing, and he's having some better at bats too.
It is fouled, out of play. Fighting the fastball. He's got to Penny for a run in the first and left men at second and third. And he's out on strikes. That pitch had some action down.
Yeah, it did at 94 also, a little movement on it. Brad is reaching back when he's got 2 strikes for the put away pitch, I should say, and that was a fastball down, but 94 miles an hour, tough to lay off of.
Oh, that's a good pitch, I'll tell you. Now Carl Crawford bounces the first one foul. For a walk, swiped the base, went to third on a throwing error, and scored on Pena's double. Into the screen, foul. 2. You know, the other thing about the Penny you think you'd be able to do, and we talk about it from time to time, is utilize the bunt in an offense. Not right now with 2 strikes, but it might not be a bad idea to get him off the mound once in a while, moving around.
Absolutely.
There's a little chopper to short. Lugo charges. Throw. Not in time. Decided to hang on. He had no play. Crawford has an infield hit.
Hit that turf, took about that third bounce, and Lugo realized I've got no chance. Stayed on top of little high chopper there. Once it took that second hop, no chance for Carl right out of the box, straight to the bag. Forget about it.
Carl digging for another infield hit. So speed at first. The move to first. He's back in. I think that's the 9th infield hit for Crawford. And with a steal, he now is 12 of 12 in that department this year.
Top 2 in American League right there in this game today, Ellsbury and Crawford. That little chopper is reminiscent of watching Maury Wills do that for the Dodgers as a kid growing up. A little high chopper, and he beat it out.
Breaking ball to start Longoria is a strike.
How about Maury Wills stealing 104 bases in '62 and winning the MVP award over Willie Mays. You don't see that anymore, guys that can run winning the MVP awards.
This one is high. I remember seeing a photo of Maury Wills in the paper, and I just even then couldn't believe it was true, but they had a picture of him and a hole in the bottom of his spikes, and he had run so much that he had worn the soles out of the spikes. I go, well, that can't be true.
Hey, they probably only gave him 1 pair of spikes for the whole year in those days.
There goes Crawford. The pitch skied into center field. Ellsbury's back there after it, and he'll make the catch. Crawford returns to first.
Boy, he didn't miss that by much, and he knows it. Hit that ball good, just got underneath it a little bit. Well, it would have been another home run and 2 more RBIs in this series.
So Crawford still at first now with 2 outs. It's Carlos Pena who doubled in the tying run in the first inning. Back in there.
Little flinch there. And Maury Wills used to say the way you stop him from running, a guy like that from running, is strike 1, strike 2, because then you can pitch out. You can back-to-back pitch out if you want. She might have to be careful of here.
Pitch fouled back, a fastball fouled right back into the upper deck. LaGoria, as you mentioned, didn't miss that fly ball to center by much, and that was a pretty good pitch for Pena, I think he thought right here. He fouled it straight back.
Absolutely, he's right on that. And that was a good thing Crawford decided not to go, because he gave it away the first time, just in case there was a fastball away or a pitch out.
There's a pitch out. Nothing doing. 1-1.
Now it's a great count if you want to double up on it, pitch out again.
Toyota Trend, the home run leaders. Carlos with 11, Adrian Gonzalez and Albert Pujols over the National League, each with 9.
Yeah, 0-1 was always a good count to have back-to-back pitch outs with a real fast runner that likes to
There he goes. The pitch is high, a breaking ball, and there's no throw.
See, I would have pitched out. If I were a manager, I would make him pitch out twice, because 0-1, you could afford to do that. And at worst, the count's only 2-1 if he doesn't go. But you also plant in the opposition's mind that, hey, I will double up on you and pitch outs, not only for this inning, but for later in the game when the game's on the line. That's why it's a good time to do that. But hey, I'm glad he stole second.
Yeah, he's in scoring position.
I'm thinking, how would I manage against Carl Crawford if I'm in the other dugout?
And the fastball is fouled back, and that one a little something extra on it. So we've seen Penny display the capability of hitting 93, 94, pushing that radar gun a little bit with that fastball.
Yeah, he is. I mean, last year with Los Angeles, when he came back after coming off the DL, I mean, he was topping out at about 88. We knew that wasn't him. We knew he still wasn't 100%. But he said this winter he was healthy and he'd be all the way back.
And the count is full, 3-2.
And there it is, 95. That's his best fastball yet.
Pat Burrell hoping to get a chance to hit here in the third. 3-2, the count to Pena. And he struck him out with a fastball, and he came back with a little something extra on that one as well. Mid-90s on that fastball. Rays leave a man at second. Well, that's largely claimed to be the most exciting play in baseball, and that's really amazing to see somebody steal home. Pitch to J.D. Drew is upstairs. 1 ball and no strikes. Rays have had a few people steal home. There's a long foul out of play. And that's the subject of our Aflac trivia question today. Aflac, ask about it at work. How many Rays have stolen home? Takes the count to 1-2 to J.D. Drew.
You're right. You don't see that anymore. I mean, stealing home. It's a gutsy thing to do. And I was asked the other day, do managers actually call that? And I said, no, but I mean, if the guy's on his own and you got Andy Pettit going from a stretch back to you like that, and the third base is way off the line, you just take a shot and do it. Almost giving it to you. And much easier to do with a left-handed hitter up there because then he sees you coming. What you worry about is a guy swinging the bat.
The 2-2 pitch. Drew is out on strikes.
Although, you know, about stealing home, Billy Martin Jr. was telling me about his dad. Look at his changeup right here. There's a great pitch from Shields. Bottom falling out. And he said that Jeff Cox, who's the third base coach of the White Sox, when he first got called up to the Oakland Ball Club and Billy was managing there, his dad was managing there, he made him steal home on a certain pitch. He goes, you're going to steal home right now on this pitch. And he did. I said, how do you pick a pitch? How did he know? Yeah. I mean, that's almost really got to be instinctive on your own.
Jason Bay up there. Counts a ball and a strike to him. Bay left the game early last night, but is back in the starting lineup. He in the 6th inning fouled the ball off his ankle and left the game, but is back in the lineup this afternoon. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Nasty. You got a good feel for that changeup from the 1st inning on.
Goes into the glove with that changeup grip. It's foul back. See, that makes so much sense to me. With that normal changeup grip, you can change out of that so easily. That's why Joe Nelson with that Vulcan grip, boy, it'd be so difficult, it seems, to change out of that grip to another pitch. 3-2 now to Bay.
Yeah, to actually split your fingers between your first 2 fingers and your ring finger and your little finger, that's pretty incredible. There's a changeup coming right here.
And he got him. He struck him out. Back-to-back strikeouts. He's got that changeup working. In fact, he has 4 strikeouts. The last 3 have come on changeups.
Great camera shots, guys. I mean, that's a 3-finger grip right there. He's got the good feel for it. Rhythm going right now. I think he and Michelle Hernandez now in sync too.
Mike Lowell. Pitch is high. 1 ball, no strikes. Fastball is up. It's 2-0.
Try to rush the end of the inning. Slow down. That's what James did there after 2-0. He backed off a little bit. Take a deep breath.
2-1.
And do that. Sometimes you get in such a good rhythm, you start rushing a little bit, and ball starts elevating when you rush.
Fly ball lifted into center. A lot of room out there for B.J. Upton, who makes the catch. 1, 2, 3 go the Red Sox. Bottom of the inning coming. 1-1 tie. How many Rays have stolen home? Well, you're looking at a couple of them right there. Upton twice. Crawford has stolen it. Jeff Blum a steal of home along with Aubrey Huff, Greg Vaughn, and Randy Wynn. And here's Carl Crawford a couple years ago stealing home, a straight steal of home in July of '06. Crawford stole home against the Red Sox. The Rays actually have had 3 straight steals of home. A lot of times it's part of a double steal.
First and third, right.
But they've had 3 steals of home that did not involve a double steal. Upton's been involved in one. You just saw the one that was Crawford stealing home against the Red Sox in '06. Pat Burrell takes a pitch. And the other one, you could probably never guess in 1,000 years. Aubrey Huff had a straight steal of home for the Rays against Oakland. A little foul ball.
The pitcher fall down, or what happened?
I know. It's. I mean, you think, yeah, sure.
Wind blew him over,
Upton stole home? Yes. Crawford stole home a straight steal? Yes. Aubrey Huff?
What's wrong with this picture? What doesn't fit?
Yep. Pitch is down.
I mean, we were talking about Maury Wills last night. I mean, that's what got me excited about the running game as a manager. And that's why being here, seeing how the Rays run the game in Joe Madden, it was exciting to watch that last year. Ever since Joe's come here.
Burrell drives one back into right field. Drew will go to the track for it, just a step in front of the track. He comes back and makes the catch for the out. You know, speaking of Huff, the Orioles are in town tomorrow. We might have to reminisce with Aubrey on that steal of home.
Yeah, we'll have to find that video.
Ben Zobrist.
You know, Rod Carew did it one time when he played for Billy Martin as well, 7 times in a season.
Yeah, how remarkable.
That's unbelievable. Brett kind of shaking his arm out there. You know? He's been humping a few balls up. More than what I thought he could. I mean, there's many of them. I knew he could hit 95, but not as frequently as he's done the last couple of innings.
The strike, swing and a miss by Zobrist. Well, he hit the mid-90s in that pitch to Pena when he struck him out in the 3rd, and he humped up a little bit even early in the game when Burrell was up there. He threw a couple pretty good fastballs. Ben Zobrist looking on a fastball the first time up. Counts 1-1.
You know, Brad's had a history of arm problems throughout his career, whether it be elbow or shoulder, tendonitis. But he's always been able to come back from it.
Fastball is fouled straight back. 1-2. John Smoltz, you know, his target date was June 1 to come back from that shoulder surgery, and that's maybe pushed back a little bit. A little setback.
I'm a little tired. Did he golf this morning before the game? He probably did. Somewhere. Playing with Tiger Woods in Orlando this morning. Hall of Famer in my mind, right here.
Yeah, I'd say you're probably right about that. It's a little bit inside the Zobrist. 2-2.
That's one of the reasons Tim Wakefield, it was a question if he was going to be in the rotation or not, because of guys like Penny and Smoltz. Daisuke's on the DL now.
Zobrist has worked a full count against Penny, 3-2. I guess Matsuzaka is supposed to go to Pawtucket.
Right.
And,
yep.
have a rehab appearance there. Rocco Baldelli is scheduled to DH there in the next day or two, I think. Rocco's had the hamstring issue. And Zobrist checked in time and draws the walk. He goes to first with one out. Well, our game summary here. Base hit by J.D. Drew in the first, scored Dustin Pedroia. Red Sox left the bases loaded in that inning, and then the bottom of the first, Carlos Pena's double to right scored Carl Crawford. The Rays left 2 men in scoring position in that inning. We're still tied 1-1 in the bottom of the fourth with Akinori Iwamura batting. Zobrist has drawn a walk. He's at first with one out. Over and low, a ball and no strikes.
Yeah, Brad very well aware of the running game of the Rays. Is trying to go quick to the plate. He hasn't been in the stretch too much. He was once last inning with Carl Crawford, and he stole second. Carl has 2 stolen bases, so it's not his game plan to go quick to the plate like that. Red Penny. Not used to doing that.
Well, he's been pretty good. A lot of first pitch strikes in this game for him. And a little more velocity than we might have anticipated.
Absolutely. Yep. There aren't teams in the National League that run like the Rays do. Being in LA the last 4 or 5 years, there weren't teams 1 through 9. Anybody might run anytime, any count.
Ball high. 2-0. Penny's slowed the pace a little bit here.
Yeah, he backed off when Pat was up there. When Pat Burrell was up there, he backed off a little bit. You could see he was trying to gather himself.
Looper back at third. That's going to be a fair ball. Just inside the line. Zobrist read it well into third, and Aki trails into second. So Aki just drops a double inside the left field line, and the Rays suddenly have a threat.
Take a look at Aki right here. Gets inside, an inside fastball. He thought at first it might have been foul. That's why it took Aki a little time to get to second base, but it indeed was fair. There was actually a shot at second. There you see Aki sliding in, but he hesitated because he thought the ball was going to be way foul right away.
So he has his 10th double of the year. Second and third. One out for Jason Bartlett. Bartlett fouls the first pitch fastball. Strike one.
11th leading hitter in the league, Jason Bartlett. And with runners in scoring position, 381. And, you know, you got a base open and take nothing away from Michelle Hernandez, but he hasn't played all that much, even though he had 4 hits the other night. You would think Penny would be extra careful with Jason, but he went right after him with a fastball down the middle.
1-1. So the Rays have had men in scoring position now in 3 of the 4 innings. Picked up a run in the first. Great opportunity here with Bartlett battling Penny. It's inside.
Yeah, Penny is trying to be careful with Bartlett. I don't think he's going to get a cookie here down the middle. Jason's just going to have to try to square it up and take the RBI. Don't have to have a base hit. The corners, though, are in close enough or they would have a play at home. Anything up the middle, they got to run.
2-1. Breaking ball is high. 3 balls and a strike.
Yeah, this is what you call pitching around the leading shortstop in Major League Baseball for batting average, 349. In Jason Bartlett.
3-1 pitch. And a little popper into shallow left. That ball, a broken bat, base hit. Here comes Zobrist in to score. Aki's going to go to third. And the Rays take a 2-1 lead on Bartlett's base hit. The barrel end of the bat wound up near the hole between short and third. And the ball into shallow left center field out of the reach of Lugo. And it's Bartlett who comes through to drive in the run.
That's a good job. Watch him get his hands inside the ball. I mean, he did bloop it and saw the bat off, but he knew he wasn't going to get anything good to hit, but yet he expanded his own zone to get the RBI in and keep this inning going with first and third now and 1 out. But that ball was in off the inside corner. Jason knew he wasn't going to get a ball down the middle. He knew the situation, but he expanded his own zone and delivers.
So the Rays have taken a 2-1 lead in the bottom of the 4th inning. Michelle Hernandez will be the hitter after the Red Sox break up their conference with John Farrell. Hernandez got his first big league home run here in the 4th inning of the game Thursday night, connecting off Josh Beckett. So he's up in a first and third, 1-out situation in the 4th. And the pitch is a fastball strike. Bartlett had a little move off first base on that pitch to Hernandez.
Sure did. Michelle obviously wants to keep the ball off the ground. Wouldn't even surprise me if you get a little hit and run situation. 2-1 count, you put him in motion.
Nothing doing out of that fake move to third, the turn to first.
That's the whole idea, though, why Jason did that little fake step. He wants to take attention away from home plate for Brad Penny, disrupt the concentration.
Foul back on a fastball. 0-2. 2 runs, 4 hits for the Rays, a run, 4 hits for Boston.
And this is where Brad has shown that he'll try to hump it up to 94, 95 and up the ladder. Try to get a strikeout. Now Veritek wanted it up, but Brad shook him off.
The pitch is stroked up the right side, foul. Well, Veritek set up out there and Hernandez went with that pitch, fouling it.
Yeah, Varitek didn't want that. He wanted him to throw fastball up and in. You could see him gesturing with his hand up. And Brad Penny just stared at him, and so Jason went try to go down and away. And he wants it up. That's what he wanted last pitch.
And it's high.
And there's 96. That's Brad going for the put away right there.
A ball, 2 strikes. Breaking ball hit on the ground is second. Pedroia goes to Lugo. One out there. Lugo dropped it as he went into the glove after it to make the throw. But importantly for the Rays, that allows Iwamura to score. Madden wants to talk it over with John Hirschbeck out at second base, thinking that perhaps it wasn't as Hirschbeck saw it.
Yeah, did he have control is what Joe Madden wants to know. Did he have control of the ball, or did he drop it on the feed? Did he drop it as he came out of the glove, or did he drop it when the ball hit the glove? That's what Joe Madden's asking right there. Did he drop it on the exchange? Let's take a look. He's trying to hurry, Lugo. Well, I don't think he ever had control of it. I think Joe Madden has a good argument. I don't think he ever had control of it. I think it should be first and second. I think John missed that one. Respect. I'd have been arguing that too.
Yep. And Penny not happy with what happened behind him. The Rays have a 3-1 lead, and here's B.J. Upton. Pitch is a strike.
But that was created because of Jason Bartlett busting his tail to try to break that up, and Lugo heard footsteps, and he never had control of that from my vantage point. That's a bad call.
Fastball foul back. 0-2.
This hasn't been a real fun series for the Rays with the umpiring crew.
That's right. I'll tell you. Jim Hickey was ejected last night for the first time ever in his life. He was ejected, and the story that we've kind of collected is that that was not over anything he said. They did object to a couple of calls, and they had, sometimes you'll have that little running conversation going. But, he may run up and take a look at video from time to time. Everybody does.
Who doesn't?
And
yeah.
the story we get is Wally Bell said if he goes up there, I'm going to eject him. Runner takes off, and there's a stolen base from Michel Hernandez. Hernandez steals second base. Well, he got his first home run here the other night. That's his first steal.
He's had a big week here against the Red Sox. They just weren't paying attention to him, and he steals on a good pitch. A slow breaking ball right there.
Look at that.
And why not? Nothing wrong with that. At worst, what could happen is Upton's leading off next inning, but now he's up there with a chance for a base hit and an RBI.
Inside to Upton, 2-2. Well, one thing about it, when Hernandez gets started, stay out of his way. He's a big guy, and he steals second base. Way to go.
That's getting the edge, though. That's Joe Madden's style. Take our guys for granted. We're going to run on you.
Swing and a miss. Upton missed the fastball, and that one had something extra on it. Our clock had 97. Rays scored
into the 5th. We're up at the top section here at 304, the top of section 304. We've got a whole family affair here. This is the Encarnacion family. There's 11 of them. And the thing I love about this family is it's a team effort. The kids, the aunts, the grandparents all went in and made these signs. In fact, this is Ray Robert Morales right here. Who watches the most Rays baseball, Robert?
My grandpa.
Grandpa over there in the yellow. He is the patriarch, and he's got all these fans here of Rays. They're somehow infiltrated one Red Sox fan. We're not sure how that worked. But the rest of them on the Encarnacion family are Rays fans, and they are looking forward to running the bases afterwards, guys. This is a big group up here all cheering for the Rays, except for one kind of outcast. Back to you.
Well, that's a great find by Todd up there. Way to go. Pitch to Jason Varitek is high. 1 ball, no strikes. The Rays have now taken a 3-1 lead, so they're all happy except for that one guy there. He's just not very happy right now.
Illustrate this guy. What Baker's dozen there.
Yeah. 2 balls, no strikes to count to Varitek. So James Shields works to Varitek, Lugo, and Ellsbury here.
There's always one in the family, isn't there?
Yeah, that's right. You know, they always show up, you know, for family gathering. This pitch is wide. 3-0. Try to unite the family, and there's always one.
The outcast.
Yeah. Well, in my experience, there's been 2 or 3, or maybe 4. Oh, there's ball 4. He didn't want to do that to Varitek. Walked him on 4 pitches to start the 5th. Fans, stop into your local Hess Express. You can pick up a 2009 race pocket schedule, and that includes a $5 off coupon for a pair of tickets to see the Rays on Saturday nights. And don't miss 3 Doors Down following the game on May 30th. Hess Express, a presenting partner of the 2009 Rays Summer Concert Series. So it's back this year. Here's Lugo. Pitch up and in. And Hernandez is going to have a little visit here with Shields, who's upset with himself. And out to the mound heads the Rays pitching coach, Jim Hickey. Carlos Pena in from first base as well here. Because the last thing you want is, we all know, Kevin, after the Rays put 2 up in the 4th, is number 1 to walk the leadoff man the next inning, which is what happened. And now there's ball 1 to Lugo. 5
straight balls, and that's the right move. Slow him down. James likes to work fast, and sometimes he works so fast, like I said last inning, that he rushes and the ball elevates. Just got to back off, slow it down, get your movement, get your sink, and see if you can get a ground ball here and roll him up.
1-0 to Lugo. Ball 2. Boston scored in the 1st, and then they left the bases loaded. Since then, Shields has been very good. He's run into a little bump here in the 5th to get things started. Trying to get back on track, and there's a strike for it. 2-1. Lugo lifted a fly ball into center his first time up. Shoots it to center, and Upton is there to make the catch. Boy, I'll tell you, Upton moves so well in center, and he read that ball immediately to make a nice catch.
I mean, if he's playing deep, he doesn't catch that ball. There's where Joe Madden's defense comes to fruition. And you're right. From our vantage point, we can see directly towards center, and boy, he got a great jump right here. Look at this shot, right off the bat, crossover step, 7 or 8 of those long strides, and spears it.
That's the first out. Here's the top of the order, Jacoby Ellsbury. And there's a strike.
Good change up right there.
Ellsbury had a base hit in the 2nd inning and was caught trying to steal.
That's how you stop any potential bunt for a hit, is strike one, strike two. Baratek at first, Pena also playing behind to give him a little bit more range in case Ellsbury pulls one of those changeups again.
The 0-2 pitch. It started to go, but that pitch was down and in, a curveball. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Nice job by Hernandez, just smothering that ball, being ready for the ball to bounce with 2 strikes there. It was all over it.
Liner, 1 hop, grabbed by Aki. Out at second, no play at first. Aki made a little scoop on that low liner. Picked it up on 1 hop to get the lead man, Baratek.
That's a nice play, and Ellsbury did indeed pull the off speed again. This time, not to Pena, but to Aki, and he speared. That's a tough play. Short hop right there. Full out dive, gets the lead runner. No chance for 2 with Ellsbury's speed.
2 outs with a runner at first. Now it's Pedroia. Pedroia 1 for 2. He has scored the run. The pitch is a strike. Michel Hernandez catching tonight. He caught Shields last September when he made his big league debut. Got his first big league hit against the Yankees in the first game of a doubleheader, and caught the game. And Shields threw 8 shutout innings. Popper, short right, Aki out. Zobra's coming. He's there to make the catch to retire the tie. No runs, a walk, and a man left. Nice recovery by Shields. Bottom of inning.
No hitters in a row for Mitchell High School in Newport Richey. He met with Scott Kazmir before the game. Patrick Schuster, also a lefty. Patrick, what was it like before the game? The whole throwing out the first pitch had to be cool, but talking with and meeting Scott Kazmir.
You know, it was great. You know, Scott's a great guy, and he helped me a lot. You know, someone to look up to, and he's a great person to look up to.
What did you guys talk about? It looked like he was working with your release point a little bit.
We were messing around with grips. You know, we were looking at each other's grips for off speeds and stuff, and then we started talking about minor leagues and whether college or just getting straight out of high school was the choice he wanted to make.
Carl Crawford leads off for the Rays here in the bottom half of the 5th inning as he lines one into right for an opening base hit for Tampa Bay. He went to Cypress Falls High School in Houston, and he left after high school. Are you kind of in between right now what you want to do?
Yeah, you know, it's going to be tough because I don't know how much money I want yet. We'll see how much money I get, and I'll make my decision after that. But it's a win-win situation either way for me.
Was it almost surreal when you were going through that with all the no-hitters and then you get all the media attention, not only locally, but from around the country?
Oh, yeah. You know, I expected it after the third game, and it got ridiculous after that. Hundreds upon hundreds of guys just started showing up, interviewing me. It was ridiculous.
Before you made this history with all the no-hitters, as Carl Crawford runs on the first pitch and he steals yet another base, matching Ellsbury for the Major League lead, or at least the American League lead. When you had all those no-hitters going and then you caught up with Kaz, was he always your favorite player, one of your favorite guys that you looked up to before this?
Oh, yeah, because he resembles me a lot. We're both aggressive pitching-wise, and we like to go after batters, and it's just someone I look up to because he's such a great player.
Good luck with whatever you decide, and we hope to see you in a Rays uniform someday.
Thank you very much.
All right, guys, back to you.
All righty, there you go. Yeah, he said he was having dinner the other day, and a guy from the New York Times called. He says, "Hey, what's going on here?"
4 no-hitters. That's incredible at any level.
1-1 to count here to Evan Longoria. Carl's in scoring position with that steal. It's a strike, and it's now 1-2. Wow.
Marty Foster opened up the zone right there. Held Brad Penny out. Looked like it was down. Evan's been battling pretty well all season with 2 strikes, so knocking in big runs.
A look at Crawford. And a swing and a miss. That fastball was up out of the strike zone. Well, Penny got the call to run the count to 1-2, and that's the advantage of 1-2 as opposed to 2-1.
Changes the whole approach to the at-bat, and that's what Brad likes to do. Historically, when he gets 2 strikes, run his fastball above your hands. And this time, Evan faced it.
7 strikeouts for Penny. Crawford at second, 1 gone. Carlos Pena's the hitter. And Bob Pedroia is deeper in short right field than he's ever been before, I think, with this shift. Look at that.
Yeah, he's about 25 feet out there in right field with the turf. Lugo's playing second base position right now, trying to hold on Carl Crawford. 3 times on base for Carl, 3 stolen bases, now has 14.
Yeah, he's perfect in that department this year. A ball, no strikes. Three 5-0 for the Rays. A run, 4 hits, 1 error charge to Boston. And the Rays with another scoring opportunity. Carlos checked. 2-0. Now Crawford has taken over the stolen base lead with 3 today to give him 14. Pena looks at a strike. Well, the Rays have the Major League's home run leader at the plate and Major League stolen base leader at second.
Yeah, and you can see the attention is kind of diverted. Brad Penny has to be aware that Carl can steal third base. And if you take about 20% of his attention away from what he's doing at home plate, that's the advantage to Carlos Pena.
And a high fly ball, not too deep to right. Pedroia goes out. Drew in. It's going to be Pedroia to make the catch. 2 gone. 2 outs with a man still at second. Pat Burrell will be the hitter.
Pat Burrell's done a pretty good job, too, with runners in scoring position.
Yeah, he's in the top 10 in that department. 0 for 2 overall today. So let's see if he can come through and get Crawford home with a 2-out hit. There goes Crawford. A breaking ball is in there for a strike, and there's no throw.
Yeah, they weren't even holding him on. They were content to let him steal third and not even make a throw because Lugo was way deep at short and Pedroia was on the edge of the grass at second base. I mean, you can take a look. Look at the second and shortstop. They're not even holding Carl Crawford on, so he just takes it easily.
Well, this ties his career high in a single game with 4 stolen bases. Pat fouls that one away. Fastball. He had 4 steals in May of '06 against the Blue Jays up in Toronto, and has stolen 4 against the Red Sox today.
Well, what the Red Sox were thinking is there's no sense in holding him on because a base hit to the outfield, he's going to score anyway. Because Carl Crawford's going to be off on contact with 2 outs, and that's Terry Francona's choice. That's actually the right one, because if you pinch Carl Crawford, a little ground ball gets through past the infielder, you're going to second get yourself in that one.
Down and away, and it's blocked by Varitek.
That's how you block a ball right there. Watch Jason Varitek shift out, get both knees down, and square up back towards center. That's textbook right there. Watch how he does it. Get the right knee down, both knees together. Right knee down first. The other one will follow. See how he just turns his shoulder back in so the ball drops out right in front of home plate.
Breaking ball, and he threw him a dandy there for strike 3 call. That retires the side. We're through 5, 3-1 Tampa Bay. The 5th, but recovered from that after walking Varitek on 4 pitches. And here in the 6th, he faces David Ortiz. First pitch is popped up, short left. Crawford's after it. Carl makes the catch. 1 away. It brings along Kevin Youkilis.
Always nice to have Euclid up there with nobody on base.
Yeah, because he's not only came into the game hitting .402 to lead the majors, but he was hitting .400 with men in scoring position.
Yeah, he's had an incredible start this year.
It's a strike on the outer part of the plate. Breaking ball, and that's in there. 0-2. '27-year-old James Shields. One ball, 2 strikes.
James didn't like something where he landed right there. Got his feet caught a little bit. Boy, he bounced the off-speed pitch.
He takes care of Euclid. 2 up, 2 down here in the heart of this order.
Good sequence right there. Start with a fastball away, dropped the curve on him, and then came back inside. Sinking action.
Two outs. J.D. Drew. Upstairs. Drew singled in the run in the first, struck out his last time on a changeup in the fourth. Line drive, and that one's over the head of Pena. Back toward the corner. Zobrist picks it up, turns and fires back towards second, but it's not in time. And Drew has himself a double. A 2-out double.
Short, compact swing right there, J.D. Drew. He rifles it into the corner. Ball just jumped off his bat right there over Pena's head and into the corner. Zobrist does his best to do that 360 in reverse and get something on the throw, but Drew runs too well.
Here's Bay, ground ball to short. Bartlett has it, the throw in time to retire the side. No runs, 1 hit. A man left, bottom of the 6th coming, 3-1 Rays.
To the bottom half of the 6th inning, Ben Zobrist to lead off for Tampa Bay. Another right fielder not with the team today, and for good reason. Gabe Gross is in Alabama. And Gabe and Kelly welcomed in their first child this morning. Allie Lee Gross, 7 pounds 5 ounces, born at 11:39 in the morning. Mom Kelly and the baby are doing great, so congratulations to the Grosses on their first kid. Guys, back to you.
Great news with Gabe and Kelly. Congratulations.
Very cool. Congratulations is right.
Happy to hear that everything went well, and Gabe will be back in a couple of days against Baltimore. Wave and a miss here by Ben Zobrist. Ben's in right field today. He walked and scored a run in the 2-run fourth when the Rays took a 3-1 lead. Down 1-1. The Rays have had men in scoring position in every inning except the second. They scored a run in the first, 2 in the fourth. Two and one.
Well, Penny's getting toward that 100 pitch mark, which he hasn't done this year. He's been averaging about 88 to 90 pitches in each of his first 4 starts, but he's still throwing the ball 92, 93 miles an hour. He's maintained his velocity.
Out of play, 2-2.
And I got to believe that Terry Francona, this is the best he's probably felt about Brad Penny. That's good news for the Red Sox.
Yeah, Penny came in 2-0, but with an 8.66 earned run average. Coming off an outing in Cleveland the last time when he did not get out of the third. 2 2/3, gave up 7 hits, 3 walks, and 7 runs. Fly ball back into center. Ellsbury back to his right just a bit and makes the catch. And Zobrist is out number 1.
That ball thought was going to take off. I mean, he's got some quick bat. When he squares it up, the ball jumped off his bat but kind of died out there toward the warning track.
Akadori Iwamura. Hockey doubled and scored. He dropped that base hit, a double just inside the left field line in the fourth. There's a strike.
Off speed from Brad. He's thrown about 4 or 5 of those today. There's the 100 pitch mark, 63 strikes. I always talk about 63% is about major league average, and that's right where Brad Penny's at as far as throwing strikes.
0-2 the count. Well, the Red Sox will start to get a little action in their bullpen with Penny just over 100 pitches. It's Manny Del Carmen. Upstairs, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
The thing about Penny is when they sign him, you know, the difference between Los Angeles and here is that he doesn't have to be the number 1. He's not. He's the number 5 starter.
Hockey pops it into short right. Drew in from right, makes the grab. 2 outs now with the bases empty. A reminder, the Corona Beach Bar hosts 75 or more people. It's an exclusive setting during Rays baseball. Reserve the Corona Beach Bar by calling 727-825-3406 or email group sales at raysbaseball.com. Jason Bartlett. Breaking ball in for strike 1.
We talked about Jason in the beginning of the show today. He did 2 things in his last at bat. He expanded his own zone on the 3-1 count, and dropped the ball in the left field. And then he busted his tail breaking up a double play to create 2 runs in his last.
Yeah, he got credit for 1 RBI, but
yeah.
you know, he's responsible for 2, and you're right. He did force the issue with Lugo out there at second base.
Yeah, I mean, and Lugo dropped the ball. That was not a good call. He had no transfer. Did not have control of the ball at second base.
Two and one the count.
That's because Bartlett was. He heard Bartlett's footsteps, and Bartlett was right on top of him.
Yep. That will make some middle infielders nervous.
Oh yeah.
Bartlett fouls that one. It's 2-2. Two outs, bases empty. Yeah, Penny coming into this start had not thrown over 90 pitches in any outing.
No.
89 was his high pitch count. Two. Now it's a full count. Is it 108?
Yeah,
I think right now.
I've got 108. Yeah. I don't think Terry Francona will let him go much past perhaps Bartlett. I mean, this could be his last hitter. Terry's checking the charts right there.
Fly ball headed toward left center field. That's in there. Extra bases off the bottom of the wall. And Bartlett has himself a double. And I'll tell you, that's the new and improved version of Bartlett. He worked to get stronger over the winter, and boy, he drove that ball off the bottom of the wall in deep left center field.
Well, he's real compact with his swing. Gets a fastball right down the middle, but he squared it up. Nice short swing. Gets through the ball. Gets the front foot down nicely. Very short stride. And hits a sure double in the left center field. I got to believe this would be Brad Penny's last hitter right here. As well as Del Carmen's been throwing down there in the bullpen. He's had a good season so far.
Michel Hernandez got credit for a run batted in on the fielder's choices last time. Hits it to short. Lugo has it, and the throw to first is in time. No runs, a hit, 1 man left. We're through 6, and the Rays lead 3-1. this Cinco de Mayo, be sure to grab some ice cold Corona or Corona Light. Relax responsibly. The game moving into the 7th inning. Mike Lowell will lead it off. Lowell, Varitek, and Lugo. First pitch skied right back into center. Upton is there. One away. Now Jason Varitek is on his way to the plate.
Yeah, James Shields has a nice efficient pitch count right now, below 90 into the 7th inning. In a real nice rhythm, getting those first pitch outs. Had a couple of innings where he's had 7-pitch inning in the 3rd and an 8-pitch inning last inning.
Varitek upstairs, 1-0. J.P. Howell, he has just started to throw in the Rays bullpen. And a strike. It's 1-1.
Well, James once again has gotten into the 7th inning, which is what he averages. Gets you right into the 7th, maybe a little bit more, times a little bit less, but that's what managers like when they start counting those final 9 outs. Now you got 8 to go.
There's a strike. 1-2.
That changeup grip.
Wave and a miss. Varitek thinks he should be alive, that was a foul ball that hit the dirt, but he's out on strikes. He got Bay in the first on a breaking ball. Varitek for his 2nd strikeout. Came back to get through, and Bay back-to-back in the 4th. Euclid swinging in the 6th. Varitek here in the 7th inning. And Lugo lifts the fly ball into left on the first pitch. Crawford is there, makes the catch. 1, 2, 3. Bottom half of the 7th coming. 7th inning stretch. Rays lead 3-1. Scoring back in the first on this base hit by J.D. Drew, scoring Dustin Pedroia. The Rays tied it on a double by Pena. That chased home Crawford in the first. Game tied until the fourth when the Rays scored on Bartlett's broken bad base hit. Zobrist crossed the plate. And then when the potential double play was broken up, that allowed even more to score as Hernandez reached on what was a fielder's choice RBI. James Shields, meanwhile, has worked 7 innings. Made 94 pitches through 7, allowing just that first inning run on 5 hits. So we'll go to the bottom of the 7th. The Rays have seen the last of Brad Penny.
Yeah, Brad was really extended. He did a nice job, really. I mean, 6 innings out of Brad Penny, 110 pitches, 69 for strikes, and like I said earlier, I think Terry Francona has to be pretty pleased that he got 6 innings and he saw the velocity out of Brad that he saw today.
And so Terry Francona and John Farrell will go to their bullpen. Manny Del Carmen will get the call against the top of the batting order for the Rays in the bottom of the 7th inning. It'll be Upton, Crawford, and Longoria as the Rays try to do something that not many people, or really not anybody, has done with Del Carmen this year, and that's put a run or 2 up.
Yeah, no runs given up, no earned runs, 184 batting average against, and overall the Red Sox bullpen is second as far as earned run average in Major League Baseball at 2.78.
Three runs earned, 6 hits, 6 innings for Penny, a couple of walks, 8 strikeouts. And here's BJ to lead it off against Manny Del Carmen. Low and outside. A ball, no strikes. Del Carmen worked here Friday night in game 2. Gave up a hit and a walk. No runs, however, and he picked up a strikeout. There's another guy with a good arm in the Boston bullpen.
He's got that short arm action, almost reminiscent of Ken Hill, if you remember Kenny.
Yeah, Ken spent spring training with the Rays.
That's right. Kenny's been around quite a bit.
Yep.
With him in Montreal back in our days.
Good man. 2 balls, no strikes. Three and 0.
Nice to get a little insurance here. 3-1 ball game, as well as James Shields is throwing. Give him a little insurance though. Get BJ on there. Crawford's having a day. 4 stolen bases, on base 3 times, couple of hits.
There's a strike taken by Upton. 3-1. Well, the top of the order can be productive and exciting for the Rays. Crawford scored the first run of this game back in the first for the Rays after the Red Sox had opened with a 1-0 lead. High popper, short center, but Pedroia out. He's going to make the catch. And so that's the first out. And a big steal day. 4 stolen bases for Crawford. For Alltel Wireless, there's a circle for everyone. Call 510 or 20 free numbers on any network with My Circle exclusively from Alltel. Crawford tying a personal career high with 4 stolen bases in this game. Last done in the 2006 season against the Blue Jays in May of 06 in Toronto when he stole 4. 4 steals, including that last one of third base. Ball high. 1-0.
He's had a couple of nice base hits too. That last one was a nice sharp line drive to right field in the 5th inning.
1-1.
Got that average over 300 now, 304.
He takes ball 2. Bottom of the 7th, game 4 of this series. Boston will be headed to New York for a 2-game set. The Rays are staying home and will take on Baltimore. 3-1. We hope you're making plans to see the Rays before they leave town. Scott Kazmir will pitch tomorrow night, and Matt Garza pitches the 4 o'clock game on Tuesday. It's a 7:08 first pitch tomorrow and a 4:08 first pitch Tuesday. Kazmir the first game, and Garza will pitch Tuesday. Now to Crawford. And a base hit through the left side. Carl is on again. That's 3 straight hits for Crawford. He has a walk and 3 singles. He had a base hit his last time up last night. So he's been on base in 5 straight plate appearances.
Squared that one up nicely. Shoots it right through the hole. Crisp base hit to left field. Short swing going the other way. You think there's a chance he might run at some point?
There's a shot. There's a shot. Here's Evan Longoria. For the first. Back in there.
It's one way to make a guy stop running, or you try to anyway, is hold the ball on him. Make him wait. What Del Carmen was trying to do there.
Crawford at first with 1 out. Del Carmen keeping a very close eye on him. Upstairs. 1-0 the count to Evan.
Well, Manny's been behind on every hitter, so I think you got to let it breathe a little bit. If you Carl Crawford, meaning let Longoria get a pitch or 2 first before you take off. Try to score up on a good fastball because he tried to rush the plate there and missed badly up in the zone.
Step back, but nothing doing.
See, he's already accomplished what he wants by just staying there at first base. All the attention's toward Carl Crawford, and you got Longoria up there with 15 RBIs against the Red Sox so far this season. They didn't get a cookie to hit.
Ball 2. 2-0. Well, Del Carmen definitely has the imprint of Carl Crawford in that attention zone.
Yeah, when it gets deeper in the count, you can go. But right now, I mean, he's got the advantage, Carl, by staying right there. Making Del Carmen rush.
2-0 is pop foul. That's out of play.
He did get his count. Ball was just a little bit up. But we've seen Longoria hit that pitch out of the ballpark, too. He tried to jump on it.
Two and one. Crawford sets up with his lead. Back in easily.
This is why the running game is so important. It's the threat of the steal, what it does. Not always just the stolen base itself. It's the threat that you'll go to take the attention away from home plate to the pitcher.
There goes the runner. The pitch is a strike and there's no throw. A stolen base for Crawford. That's number 5 on the afternoon for Crawford. That's a personal high and a club record as well.
Boy, he read that move perfectly right there. Bill Carmen had no slide step on that one because he tried to get something on it. Worried about Longoria. But he did the right thing. He took 3 pitches. I mean, he let Longoria have the 2-0 count before he went. And when it became 2-1, then Carl took off. That's the right way to do it.
And there's a little looper into right field. That's going to drop for a base hit. Crawford had to hold to see if it was going to carry or not, so he stops at third. Longoria has a base hit. Now it's first and third for the Rays. 1 out. Carlos Pena headed to the plate, and John Farrell headed to the mound.
Longoria, that's a nice piece of hitting right there. He just used his wrists on that one. Didn't try to overpower it and drops it into right field. Take a look at this pitch. That's a tough pitch right there. That's down. And look at that. Reaching out right on contact, knee high. Great piece of hitting right there. A little 3/4 swing. Take that base hit to right. Look at this. Right down there.
Yeah, percentage-wise, that's one of the tougher pitches to try to hit.
Yeah, that's just a really good hitter hitting a good pitch by Manny Del Carmen. Only getting better.
So it's first and third now. Action in the bullpen. Hunter Jones, we've seen him earlier in this series. Carlos Pena.
Mike Lowell has to hold Carl Crawford on at third base there. We were talking about stealing home.
It's high to Pena. Ball, no strikes.
Not that you're going to do it with Pena up there at the first and third 1 out situation, but can't take anything for granted if you're Mike Lowell. Even with the bag.
Shoots it foul down the right side, just short of the bullpen bench. And the count goes to 1-1. Rays trying to add to a 2-run lead. It's a 3-1 ball game right now. Pena gave them their first run with a double in the first inning.
It'll be tough to turn 2 on Pena too, the way they're set up on the right side, because Lugo's way on the other side of second base.
Pitch inside. 2-1.
See where Lugo is. I mean, he's drifting right over here to second. It's going to be tough if the ball's hit to Pedroia for him to get there and come across the bag. He'd have to come across the bag and take the throw from a tough angle from Pedroia. And we know he heard first steps last time when Bartlett came in on him.
This one hits him. So Pena's hit by a pitch. That will load the bases. Carlos, the second Rays hitter, hit by a pitch today. So they're loaded. Pat Burrell will be the hitter. Pat's 0 for 3.
5 grand slams in his career. 293 average with the bases loaded.
So great opportunity here. And Burrell is hit by that pitch. Burrell hit, and that will force home a run. Back-to-back hitters struck by pitches. Crawford crosses the plate.
Let me tell you, 94 in the chest like that hurts. That's a tough one right there. It's bad enough on the meat of your arm or something, as long as it's no bone, but in the chest, that's just below the rib cage right there. That's a tough shot right there. That's painful.
So that's going to do it for Del Carmen. And the natural reaction is to go there to rub it and pat stuff. Well, no, not going to do that.
I love that. Tough guy.
So it's 4-1. We'll be back in a moment. Well, the Rays have added a run. They have the bases loaded with one out here in the 7th inning. Then Zobrist is due up. Rays have hit 3 Grand Slam home runs this year. Carlos Pena connected against the Yankees back on the 13th of April, and then Zobrist hit one against the White Sox 4 days later. And Evan Longoria off Justin Masterson here in this series to open the month of May. So they have 3 already. And Ben Zobrist will be hitting right-handed against the left-hander Hunter Jones, who's the new pitcher. He was hitting right-handed when he connected off Matt Thornton of the White Sox.
And he turned around about a 95-mile-an-hour cutter that day. Big grand slam.
Pitch is high and outside from Jones. Tried to start it with a breaking ball that stayed away.
169 earned run average for Jones so far. He's done a pretty good job. Not a hard thrower. We saw him the other night. More of a finesse guy.
Zobrist takes it for a strike. It's 1-1. Crawford has scored a run here in the 7th. Longoria third, Pena second, Burrell at first. One and two. It's that fastball that's not overpowering, but it's tough to wait on it.
A little deceptive right there, you know. 86 miles an hour, a little fading action. Ben pulled off of it.
1-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two singles, 2 hit batters. Bases loaded. The Rays with a run. Strikes. Jones slipped it over the inside edge. It's a big strikeout.
Teasing him outside, and then he pops an 87 fastball in the inside corner. Let's see the overhead shot right there. Just might have ticked the inside corner. That's a tough call right there, but it might have got a little bit of that the black of home plate. Too close to take.
Now it's hockey. This pitch is high. Ball, no strikes. 4-1 ball game. Rocky 313 with the bases loaded. This has the chance not to be that bad of a matchup for Rocky, even though he's facing a lefty. And there's a fly ball into left center field, but Ellsbury will run it down and make the catch. The Rays settle for 1 run. They leave him loaded. We go to the 8th. It's 4-1 Tampa Bay.
The persistence and the fact that they're all wearing their full uniforms. The Gulf Beaches minor league A Rays with this hang 'em out to dry, go Rays sign. They've had this up every inning. I got to go with these guys. Some great signs though on my first Kid Sunday bat.
Let's go Rays!
And back to you guys.
All right, very good. Well, that's a pretty good selection. A lot of work went into that. Now it's on to the 8th. Ellsbury leads off and takes the pitch for a ball. Shields had made 94 pitches through 7 innings. And picks up a strike to Ellsbury. The Rays have some action in the bullpen. J.P. Howell was up last inning, and he's up again. 1-1 to count. And a little soft liner out of the reach of Bartlett. Ellsbury is on. So the leadoff man aboard. Time for the stay in the game hold of the day, brought to you by Just for Men. You see the Rays hold leaders to this point. Those relievers keep their team in the game. You too can stay in the game with Just for Men hair color. The Rays have Dan Wheeler and J.P. Howell up in the bullpen.
Yeah, you're looking for the 3-run lead for 6 outs now out of your bullpen if you need it. Hopefully Shields can get Pedroia right here, but you got double action so you can mix and match against the Red Sox hitters.
Pitch to Pedroia is in there for a strike. Pedroia is 1 out of 3. He's singled in the first. Scored a run. 310 on the year. Low and outside. 1-1.
Nice technique right there by Michel Hernandez, drifting out to the right, gets the right knee down first. Look at that. Perfect. That's where you keep the ball right there when you do that. No advancement. Not even with a guy like Ellsbury. Yeah.
the other night and tonight, or this afternoon. 1-1 the count. Just a bit outside. That's the 100th pitch of the game thrown by Shields, and it's a 2-1 count.
Other than the first inning, I mean, he's been sailing along. No pitch count overall. This is a huge out for him, though, right here with David Ortiz on deck. J.P. Howell up in the bullpen. Along with Danny, but of course JP be the first call if Joe Madden wants him for David Ortiz.
2-1 to Pedroia. There's a strike. Fastball, maybe a slider.
Well, he painted it up.
Outside edge.
Yeah, he painted it up right there.
A 2-2 count. Really don't see that slider much from him.
No.
Just a little fastball out there. A little action that stayed on the corner. And a little popper headed towards short. One hop. That's Aki back to Bartlett covering the bag. They get the force on Ellsbury. Pedroia reaches on a fielder's choice.
That was a tough play. Very tough play and well done with a fast runner like Ellsbury. And Joe Madden indeed does want J.P. Howell. And, you know, here's the play. I mean, look at Aki. It's a tough player. Jam shot right there. A little blooper in no man's land. Aki's got to wait and still has a presence of mind that he can get Ellsbury, because he knew exactly where Ellsbury was. And James Shields did a fabulous job, and this is the right move because it gives your bullpen a chance with only one man on base rather than two.
Little over 102 pitches, and Shields tipped his cap. Well, James Shields pitched 7 1/3 today. Made 30 pitches in the first. Recovered from that. He's part of our solid team performance presented by SunTrust. 1 run. He struck out 6, and then Carl Crawford 3 for 3 with 5 steals today and a couple of runs. That's a personal high and an individual team record. Crawford for the Rays. The Rays have 6 overall. That ties a team record. And so it's J.P. Howell taking over for Shields. So a fine job by James Shields. And David Ortiz is in the batter's box, batting against the shift. First pitch is a strike.
And Joe Madden only looking for 5 outs from his bullpen today because of the efficiency of James Shields. If you look at J.P. Howell's numbers, 2.70 earned run average in 11 games so far this year. James Shields was outstanding. The other day, of course, the bullpen had to get 10 outs for the win, and they did.
1-2. Shields for 7 1/3 and 102 pitches. 1 on, 1 out in the 8th. 2 strikes the count to Ortiz. Runner takes off. The pitch is down, and there will be no throw. Pedroia steals second base. His 4th of the year in 7 attempts.
Of course, what that does is it makes Longoria have to go back over toward third base now in a big hole at the shortstop position. Where Evan before was playing right where the umpire is.
Turn, nothing doing back at second on Pedroia.
Pedroia ran just on first move. I mean, he just guessed right. That's all. He was just thinking, well, JP's not going to be worried about me. Up 3 runs, I might as well try to take a bag and the base hit our way back into the game.
One, 2, and a little check swing, roller. Howell with the toss to Pena. 2 gone. Over to first with the toss, and Pedroia moves into third. Ortiz retired, and the hitter will be Kevin Youkilis. Youkilis singled in the first, hit the ball to the warning track and left in the third, and then struck out in the 6th.
JP's job today is to get 3 guys, left, right, left. Just got David Ortiz, you got Youkilis. And if he gets through this, I got to believe he'll face the first batter in the 9th inning too, before Dan Wheeler comes in.
Youkilis sends a fly ball back into center field. BJ still on the run. He's at the track, at the wall. It's gone. Youkilis on the first pitch hits it out to center, and that makes it 4-3. Youkilis has been so good, hitting a robust 406 coming into this game. Turn that one around.
Well, he got a ball right down the middle. I mean, he was trying to go in, and he just got it out over the heart of the plate. Drops it over the center field fence, but he got a cookie to hit right there. That's just a mistake pitch.
J.D. Drew, the pitch is a strike. So now it's a 1-run game. 4-3. Pitch is down. It appeared for a while that Upton might have a chance to catch that ball, but it carried just over the fence out there.
JP's just got to gather himself now and make sure he gets Drew, maintains the lead.
He is behind in the count. 3-1. Jason Bay is on deck. 2 outs in the inning. And a line drive base hit into right. So Drew is aboard. He picks up his 3rd hit. Joe Madden out of the Rays dugout. Jason Bay is due. The Rays have Wheeler in the bullpen. And so he's going to get the call. We'll be back with the new pitcher in a moment. Solid SunTrust and tobacco-free Florida. Tobacco-free Florida wants you to be tobacco-free. Visit tobaccofreeflorida.com for more information. One-run ball game here. Crowd of better than 32,000 at Tropicana Field. Dan Wheeler becomes pitcher number 3 for the Rays. He inherits a base runner at first. Wheeler making his 10th appearance. And he'll face Jason Bay.
Excellent strikeout for Walker. So 9 strikeouts, only 1 walk. And he painted up Jason Bay the other night. Got him out in a key situation.
The pitch is a strike. Bay was 0 for 3 against Shields. Has been charged with 2 runs in this game and 7 1/3. For the first, Drew is back in.
And JD does run pretty well. He'll sneak a stolen base here and there if you forget about him.
0-1 to count to Bay. A tap foul. 0-2. Rays scored a run in the bottom of the 7th, and right now that's the difference in this game, as the Red Sox have scored twice in the 8th. The 0-2 to Bay. Outside. Up and away with a fastball.
Yeah, Dan got Bay looking the other night. He had to make 2 pitches in the corner and finally got the last one right. And Bay struck out looking with 2 on and 2 out.
There's the 1-2. Down and away with a slider, and Bay laid off. That runs it to 2 balls, 2 strikes. These guys faced each other in the National League when Wheeler was with Houston and Bay with Pittsburgh. Now Dan back with the Rays. Bay with the Red Sox. Head to head here in the 8th inning this afternoon. The 2-2, all 3 low and outside. So the count goes full. This gives Drew a couple extra steps over at first base.
real important out, obviously, because you got Lowell on deck. But if you get Bay out, you got 7, 8, 9 in the 9th inning. You don't have to face the top of the order.
So a couple of very good reasons to try to end it here.
Yeah.
With this hitter. Full count. And he walked him. He threw him a 3-2 slider. Bay laid off a couple sliders in that sequence. And Mike Lowell will be the hitter. So Drew goes to second. Bay takes over at first, and Lowell becomes the hitter.
A couple of guys that Dan Wheeler's had success against, and Bay and now Lowell. Two pretty tough hitters.
Big blow, the 2-run homer by Euclid. And Wheeler's pitch to Lowell. It's outside. One-run game in the 8th. Pitch to the Boston third baseman on its way. There's a strike. He takes a fastball. The right-hander ready. 1-1. That's a strike on the outside corner, and he painted the corner there.
Yeah, he really did. Michelle Hernandez did a nice job of giving home plate umpire Marty Foster a good look at it, too. Throws it right outside. Take a look at Michelle right here. Overhead shot. I mean, a little frame, a little small little movement. Make it look even better.
To the count. Here it is. And the slider. 2-2. Not quite tight enough to have Lowell chase it. He decided early, recognizing he was going to take it. It's 2-2.
Yeah, if they see it away out of the hand and down, they'll take it. If it's down, put over the part of the plate, a lot of times they'll chase that.
2 on, 2 out, 2-2 the count. And a popper, short right. Zobrist coming in, making the call. He's got it. And that will retire the side. Red Sox score 2. They lead 2. Bottom of the 8th coming. 4-3 Tampa Bay.
I'm stationed at Camp Liberty, Iraq. I'm here with my wife Amy, my daughters Isabel, Amelia, and my son EJ. And
how long do you have here before you have to go back?
I just have another week or so.
Another week or so.
Week, yeah.
Guys, he is a neighbor of Ron Porterfield, our head athletic trainer, so there's a lot of character in that neighborhood. And Eduardo, we can't say enough for what you do for us overseas. Thank you very much for being here.
I appreciate it. I mean, it's my honor to serve, you know. It's a great country to be in, so I'm proud.
Enjoy the game, and we look forward to having you back soon.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, guys, back to you.
All right, Todd Finker, our hearts go out to Eduardo and Amy and their family. They are true heroes.
Yep.
Jason Bartlett leads off the bottom of the 8th. Pitch is a strike. I can't see one of those guys without having this emotional reaction. Just can't do it.
Me too. Absolutely. I feel the same way. It's like you got at home with the family for a week and you got to go back.
Yeah.
You know, that's tough.
1-1 the count to Bartlett. There's a little looper and a base hit into right. So Bartlett opens the inning with a base hit. It'd be nice to score some runs. We were getting a little nervous up here. Don't forget to get in on the 09 Rays action with exclusive on-field seating with your group of 50 or more at the Checkers Bullpen Cafe. Available dates are going fast, so act now to make your private group reservations. Behind the Rays bullpen, call 727-825-3406.
Now this is probably a bunt situation to try to get one of those runs back.
Move to first. Bartlett is back in there.
Hernandez didn't indicate that, though, but Mike Lowell thinks he's going to bunt. And see what Joe Madden does off the left-handed pitcher. He may not, but if you'd like to get a runner in the scoring position, give BJ and Carl a chance to drive a run in here.
And the pitch down, covered up by Veritek, and no sign from Hernandez there. Tom Foley comes down to the near end of the coaching box to go through the signs again. We'll see what's up this time.
He got a nice hit and run count, and you know Jones is not a hard thrower. He throws 87, 88. The guy you can put a ball in play on.
And he bunts down that first base side. That's a foul ball. Euclid scooped it. No, wait, it's going to be a fair ball, the call. Wait, and we had conflicting calls. Marty Foster calls it fair. Marvin Hudson called it foul.
Well, the home plate, it's a home plate umpire's call until it goes past the bag, actually. And he says that Euclid touched it as it was over the line, and that's what the argument is. So he overrules the first base umpire. That is the home plate umpire's call. Let's take a look. As indeed Michelle did put the sacrifice bunt in. Let's see when Kevin touches it. Right there. And yeah, part of the chalk. Part of the chalk right there. And that's what home plate umpire Marty Foster saw. Right there. And then when he picks the chalk up, it tells Marty Foster, well, even though the glove hit the chalk, maybe the ball was not quite on the line. It looked like it was to Marty Foster, and he could only see that. The first base umpire couldn't see that because he's facing Kevin Euclid's back.
So it is a sacrifice. Hernandez has put down the sacrifice, moving Bartlett up to second. And now Francona comes out to change pitchers with B.J. Upton due up. So pitching change coming here, and we'll be back with the Rays leading 4-3. Is the new pitcher. We saw him for an inning last night and an inning the night before that, for that matter, and he's been impressive.
Yeah, no earned run average. Although Manny Del Carmen was the same way, and he hit a couple of guys and gave up a couple of hits, and the Rays scored off of him. So Ramon is due to give something up, but he's only given up a 114 batting average against for the opposition so far this year.
Don't forget, we'll be with you immediately following our coverage on Rays Live, the post game. It comes up immediately after our contest here.
Oh, I got a feeling.
Well, all right. I hope you're right.
He's due for not just a hit. I think he's due for a long one.
BJ looking for his first hit of the day. Bartlett out there at second, and Ramirez looks him back, stepping off. BJ pops it up right side. Euclid backpedaling and in foul territory. Handles that for out number 2. So Upton out on the first pitch. Carl Crawford is due. Carl with a walk and 3 hits and 5 stolen bases today.
3 singles, and a couple of them really hit sharply. That last one to left field was squared up sharply, and the one he hit to right field in the 5th inning was a bullet line drive. Seeing the ball really well today.
There goes a man stealing third. There's no throw. Bartlett, who is so good at stealing third, comes up with his 6th stolen base of the year. Pitch was a strike to Crawford.
And it puts a little bit more pressure on Ramirez not to bounce the ball, especially with 2 strikes, and on Veritek to make sure he keeps it in front, which he normally does a great job of.
It's a team record 7 steals in a game. So the Rays, who came in with 32 steals, now have 39 for the year.
It's like the running Cardinals, Whitey Herzog back in the day.
A little roller to short. Can he beat it out? Lugo's throw is not in time. It skips by Euclid. The run scores, and the Rays pick up that additional marker. That makes it 5-3.
Well, for anybody that thought that stolen base was meaningless with 2 outs, that's exactly why right there. Carl Crawford with an infield hit. If Bartlett's not at third base, obviously he doesn't score. It's first and third and 2 outs, but Lugo was forced to rush it once again. Didn't get a whole lot on it. And Carl's speed. Look at that. Good 2-seamer. Carl's smelling that base hit all the way and does beat it out. That's a big run getting back right there.
So the Rays lead by 2. Crawford's back in at first. Crawford with his 4th straight hit. He's on for the 5th time today, and dating back into the last at bat last night. He's been on base 6 consecutive plate appearances. He takes the lead at first. Evan Longoria is the hitter. And he's back in there. The Rays have stolen a team record 7 steals today. And Carl has stolen 5 bases. That's an individual club record. 5 and 7 the team record. Longoria waves and misses. Strike 1.
Little cut to that fastball. Slide to it. Cut. Movement away. That's the main thing.
One low, covered up by Veritek. A ball and a strike.
He's doing a lot of sprinting today, isn't he?
Oh, man.
Still breathing heavy right there.
Back to first. One count on Longoria. Pitch out. Nothing doing. So that's twice now they've guessed wrong with Crawford. Over there. Now he's set to go into the stretch. And back to first. Carl thinking.
Yeah, a little flinch right there. He was definitely going to go. Take a look. Watch the little flinch. He's able to get back.
There he goes. The pitch is a strike. The throw not in time. Carl Crawford steals his 6th base of the afternoon. Carl Crawford with 6 stolen bases today. That ties a major league record. And the Rays have 8 as a team.
And look at Evan Longoria taking a fastball right down the middle to allow Carl Crawford to steal second base. Evan knew he had a good jump, and that's the confidence Longoria has too, also hitting with 2 strikes.
2-2. Evan a wave and a miss. He's out on strikes. That had some nasty movement straight down. Rays add a run. We go to the 9th. 5-3 Tampa Bay. In the first, on this, our checkers double of the game, a 2-base hit by Carlos Pena that chased home Carl Crawford. Crawford had walked and stolen a base, so what else is new? In the first, and scored on the double by Pena. 6 steals for Crawford in this game, and Troy Percival, the new Rays pitcher, on for the 8th time. 0-1 with a couple saves. He'll face Jason Varitek to lead it off. pitch is a ball inside.
Big run that the Rays just scored to get one of those runs back. A little breathing room, 2-run cushion.
Wave and a miss. 1-1.
A little zip on that fastball. 92.
Lugo on deck, and then Ellsbury, the top of the order. There's a strike. 1-2.
Where you want to stay, right there, right at the knees. To get ahead right there. Now you can go up the ladder.
Veritek is 2 out of 8 lifetime against Percy. Both of his hits home runs and 4 strikeouts in that number of at-bats. He pops it up this time. Iwamura and Bartlett converging. It's going to be Jason Bartlett making the catch. 1 away here in the 9th.
It's a big first out right there. Very personal power in the fastball on Jason Veritek. Major league height to that one. Big time pop up. Nice play.
Now here's Lugo. Lugo getting his first look at Percy. Pitch is up and in. A ball and no strikes. Too low. 2 balls, no strikes. Papelbon down in the Boston bullpen. 2-1. A good idea just to leave Papelbon down there in the bullpen.
Let him do all the work he wants down there.
2-run game here in the 9th.
It's just well he doesn't pitch in this series.
1 hopper to short. Bartlett's throws on the money. 2 up and 2 down.
And Bartlett's had a nice day also all the way around. 3 hits. Couple of nice defensive plays. Takes care of that 1 hopper.
2 outs. Jacoby Ellsbury will be the hitter for Boston. Shields, Howell, Wheeler, and Percival. Percy trying to get the final out. And the pitch is away. 1 ball, no strikes.
Pretty good location. Just off the outside corner.
Pop foul. That's going to be out of play. Takes the count to 1-1. Ellsbury 1 for 2 in his career against Percival. It's been a battle today. The Rays lead 5-3 in the 9th. Ellsbury pops it up. Will it stay playable? Longoria is after it near the stands, reaches in, and he cannot come up with it. Longoria reaching into the stands, somehow trying to find the final out of this game.
You know, he had it too. He had a shot at it leaning over, and in your home ballpark, his fans got to get out of the way. Got to get the way. These are all Rays fans too.
Yeah, and then he suddenly realized, what have I done?
Yeah, I mean that happens. I feel bad for the fans too, because now he feels like he's a bad guy. He's trying to get a souvenir, and then he Longoria could have had that.
1-2, very close down.
And Evan did have
2
it.
strikes. Yep.
He's feeling terrible right now. Got a nice souvenir for his son, and just hoping that Ellsbury ends it right here. Popping out again.
Here's the 2-2. Down and in. Takes the count to 3 balls, 2 strikes. Yeah, that's tough, and it's Evan had a good shot at grabbing that. But it's fair game once that ball's in the stand.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's not interference once it crosses the barrier there, the embankment of the wall.
Now the 3-2. And a high fly ball into right field. Zobrist back to the track. He's going to have room. Makes the catch, and the Rays win. Ellsbury flies to right, and the Rays have taken 3 out of 4 from the Boston Red Sox. It's a 5-3 final. 1-2-3 go the Red Sox here in the 9th. And what a day for the Rays and Carl Crawford in this 5-3 victory. Crawford